So this patient's coming in for removal of a lesion. How long has it been on your side for now?
8 or 9 months.
8 or 9 months. So you can see here, there's freezing around this. We put some lidocaine in, some 2% lidocaine. You can still see how distended this is. And you can even see when I push on it. This has been so distended. This skin is very, very friable. So like there's not going to be, if I did a linear incision, that we're going to want to take the skin out anyway. So we're going to be doing an elliptical incision, almost right at the base of this, just to be seeing if we can dissect that back out and then sort of take this out. And we'll just try to do that so it's as even as possible, so that we can then have a nice incision that's linear. Langer's lies in these cases run more horizontally than vertically. You can see when I compress the skin there, it's more in this plane. So we'll sort of take it in that direction. This doesn't hurt at all when I do that?
Nope.
So what I mean by this skin being friable, the cyst capsule is right underneath that. So it's barely distant from that. So this may rupture immediately. So again, not the end of the world here if this ruptures. So this is literally, the skin over top of this is millimeters thick. But as I always say, the longer I can keep that intact, then the easier it is from my perspective to make sure that I've gotten all of this out, so the entire membrane is out. So all I'm going to do here is just use so what we're doing is cutting down these adhesions just very slowly, because we're already behind it. This didn't go, as where most of these, the hypodermis below it is much deeper. This must have been driven down just a very small length. So this is what we'd expect. The superficial ones like this, I'd expect this to very much be oxidized. So this should probably be a bit darkish. Not bad, all things considered. And that's the keratin that you would know. You see how it's sort of grayish, but still cream based, but gray. But now we know it's completely gone, it's intact, so that's completely removed. So this is one that, because we reduced something that was so swollen, redundant tissue, this should want to come together. So I'm not even going to put the subcutaneous dermal stitch in this. We're just going to put surface stitches and that should be fine. So again, the tighter we were to the base of that, the smaller the actual incision would be. So could have extended it lengthwise. It'd just be, you'd have a couple of little stitches, but as you can see, we'd still get that out nicely. So if we hadn't done at least that size in the ellipse, that extra tissue we would have left on top is so friable. It's like almost like tissue paper, that stitching through it would be difficult, and you could probably lose that even after you sealed it together, because it probably would slough itself off because it's so thin. So that stuff had to come off no matter what happens. I am surprised that came out intact, because typically that membrane underneath is so thin as well that it just wants to rupture quicker. But slow this stitch down a little bit. So here's again our V. So I go up here, I do 3 loops so it self-locks. Then I pull all the excess I don't need, grab the tail, and I don't pull with this one, I pull with this one through. Oh, I cut. See, now I caught on the extra, I should have to let that go. Do that again, 1, 2, 3, grab it, then I pull until it lays flat like that. So I puncture at 90 degrees and I change the angle just a little bit. Here again is our V, so I do 3 loops. Grab that here, I pull it through so it sits like this, nice and flat, not like that, but like this. Grab it like this. And then this is our 1 loop and grab, go through, then 1 loop and grab. So she'll just clean that up, and then put a dressing on it. We'll see him back in about 10 days.